Hello there and welcome back to the Achievement Planner. Today I'm coming to you with the third Dead Space. That's right, Dead Space 3. And yeah, this one is very different than the other two games. So and there's also a co-op section, which is the last part I did because I needed to find a co-op partner. There you go. Alright, so this game has 58 achievements. 50 in the base game, and then there are 8 in the DLC. So the DLC is, for me, it was free with the download. I don't know if other people have to pay for it, but you might not have to. I'm playing this on Game Pass anyway. So 50 for the base game though. So 1,250 gamer score, and I would give this game a 10 out of 10 difficulty. What? Yes, 10 out of 10 difficulty. Depending, but we'll talk about it. Completion time about 50 to 60 plus hours. Depends if you can find a co-op partner. Depends how long hardcore takes you. It depends how long pure survival takes you. So you'll see. Playthrough number 1 is casual difficulty, all story achievements, miscellaneous achievements, and single player collectibles. So there are collectibles in the single player mode, there are collectibles in the co-op mode, which was the annoying part, and there are collectibles in the DLC. Just, yeah, I forgot. So that's why I was like, why didn't I get these achievements? Because I forgot the DLC ones. Alright, so then, I wonder if you don't buy the DLC, if it counts towards collecting all of the... interesting. I don't know. Because well, you'll see. I'll tell you later. So playthrough number 2, classic mode. And that's where you get the classic weapons from the Dead Space 1, 2 games, and you can't create or craft anything. Alright, actually you can craft... You can craft stuff. You can't create any new weapons, but we'll go over that. Playthrough number 3, pure survival mode. That's where you can't pick up anything and you can only create everything. Oh, and those are both set, I think, on hard difficulty. Alright, so the next playthrough number 4, is hardcore mode. And there is a way to go about hardcore mode to make it easier. It's still not easier. It's still not easy, but it's easier. And I'll go over that too. Obviously, that's why we're here. Playthrough number 5, Awakened DLC Pure Survival. Like I said, it was free for me on the Game Pass. I think it would be free for you probably. It wasn't long either. It was just 3 different chapters. It was pretty cool. But you need to beat it on Pure Survival. So this could also be playthrough number 6 as well, if you want to play it on casual first, or playthrough 7 after that, Pure Survival. But I just did it right on Pure Survival. I know. How fancy. Anyway, but my playthrough number 6 was then co-op mode, which I did in a couple different sessions, so it's like a longer playthrough. Anyway, Category 1, Story Achievements, 10 achievements for 185 gamer score, and these are the ones you will get for playing it on just casual difficulty. Get on my level, it says. Alright, here we go. Category number 2, Miscellaneous Achievements, 16 achievements, 305 gamer score. Alright, so number 1, Circuit's Edge. Add a circuit to a weapon. So when you're making weapons, you can add upgrades, you could add circuits, you could add all different types of things. So you just add a circuit to it. Alright, number 2, Overpowered Healing. Use Quick Heal to heal yourself 20 times. And that's that good old, when you press B, you just heal quickly rather than going into your inventory and using a health pack. Alright, so just do it 20 times. Number 3, Strapped. Craft a weapon. You're going to probably get this as long as you craft a weapon. So, you can craft any weapon. So, number 4, My Buddy. Retrieve resources from a scavenger bot at a bench. And this was a little confusing to me because you find 3 scavenger bots throughout the entire game, and you could basically put them down anywhere in the game, and you get some building materials, some elements to build with. But if you want the really, really good stuff, then you have to walk around with this little bot thing and wait till the circle turns like green. And it will say, like, this is the spot you need to drop it on. And then you drop it. So I actually didn't realize that. I know, I didn't read a tutorial very well. I guess I skipped tutorials then. So, yeah, but basically you just have to retrieve resources from a scavenger bot. Once they come back after, I think it's 10 minutes. I think. You could actually check in the pause menu how long it has till it comes back. But you go back to the bench, and that bot will have gone to the bench at that point. Alright, so they just retrieve it. Number 5, EMT, craft a large med pack. So when you can craft stuff in your bench, just craft a large med pack. It's pretty straightforward. Number 6, Master Plan. Create a blueprint that needs at least 2,000 resources worth of parts and circuits to build. And number 7, Full House. Craft a weapon with 2 tools, tips, attachments with all circuit slots filled. Oh, this was very easy, but I was very confused. What you need to do is you need to fill your entire weapon with all the slots filled. So you need to put the attachment, 2 attachments, 2 tools, 2 tips. That's basically what you can put on it. Then you need to put all the upgrade pieces on also. And like I said, I'll put something up to help you with that. But once you do that, you get full house. And then when you create a blueprint, I think it's why you just create the blueprint itself. I think that's how I got master plan. So you just create the blueprint of the full house weapon, which, yeah, it's not hard. I just didn't know how to do it at first. All right, number 8, go for the limbs. Dismember 500 limbs from living enemies. So now you can't dismember limbs, apparently, from dead bodies or dead necromorphs. So look at that. You need to do it from living necromorphs or people, which, yeah, whatever. All right, so dropping acid. Dissolve, number 9, 50 enemies with acid. So there's a point where you could add all different types of things to your weapons. So I had my my saw, the Ripper, and I added acid to it. Like, really? And when you add the acid to the Ripper, I found that you can actually dissolve the enemies, because you shoot them with other weapons with acid and it didn't work. It didn't count for some reason. So if you put it on the Ripper with the saw thing, the acid will dissolve them. All right, so use it on that. Number 10, Rig Master. Fully upgrade your rig. The rig thing is kind of weird in this game also. It's very different. You don't need to have the things like you did in the other games. I can't remember the name. But you need like materials and all that. So you have to find materials, and you can upgrade the 3 at the costume change areas. So the bench and the costume change areas are separate. Yeah, just like the other games. All right. Number 11, under a buck. Shoot the... All right, I just read that. Oh, I just read the pun in that now, not as I was writing it. Under a buck. So, and... Oh, man. I think it's very early on in the game. I think it might be towards the 4th. I think it's the fourth level that you go up to this office. And as soon as you go in, you're going to see a deer head on the roof. You just have to shoot it. And there's stuff behind it. I think it's tungsten. I missed this the first time because I didn't shoot the deer head. So, yeah, just shoot the deer head in the Admiral's quarters. Number 12, and then we doubled it. Dismember 1,000 limbs from living enemies. Well, there you go, 1,000. Number 13, a hungry. Reach the pump room of the way station without alerting any feeders. This is very, very easy. I will put up a little mini guide here of how to do it. And yeah, you just gotta. They don't really see you. The feeders are like those little kid things, but they try to jump at you. Yeah, it's not hard. I'll put up a thing. 14, drill sergeant. Complete the drill room without taking any damage. So this is frustrating, but I had beaten the hardcore mode, so I had the devil horns. But what happens is you go into, I think it's chapter 10, and you go in, there's this huge drill, it's like alive, and it's trying to drill you. And there are enemies coming at you at the same time. So you need to shoot the center of the drill once it starts drilling, and it's like this big yellow center. And it's hard to hit, especially when enemies are coming at you. So with the devil's horns, it was one hit. So I just boom, and then I had to make sure I killed the enemies. Wait, boom, 3 times you have to do it. So yeah. If you don't have the devil's horns, it might be hard. That might be one that you need to go with a really powerful weapon on the easiest difficulty and just get. You might have to do it a bunch of times. All right, but that's how you do it. You just can't get hit. All right, and there are videos all over if you really wanted to look it up. All right, so 15, metal detector. Successfully deploy scavenger bots to 15 resource areas. And these are not any area. These are the ones that turn green, like I was saying. So you just walk around, and it will actually... It'll kind of direct you where those places are, the actual bot itself. When you have it opened, it'll show you where to go, which direction. All right, number 16, Space Ace. Shoot at least 70 targets during the ride to Tau Volantis. And this was also frustrating. This is at the end of level 7, going into 8. And you are on the ship, and you have to drive the ship and shoot. And you need to shoot all these targets as they come, and like mines and stuff in the ship. And it's not easy, and I suggest you could do it on co-op. One person drives, one person shoots. You could focus. But I did eventually get it by myself, so it is possible. Okay, so the next category is miscellaneous kill achievements. 9 achievements for 125 gamer score. Number 1, an empty chamber. Kill 30 enemies using melee strikes or melee weapon part. So just use melee. Number 2, slow-mo. Kill 50 enemies while they're in stasis. So slow them down and kill them. Number 3, blast cores. Kill 30 enemies with explosive damage, and especially if you put on a rocket launcher, that is quite easy. But there are a lot of ways to do that, adding things to your weapons. Number 4, electric lawnmower. Kill 30 enemies using an electrified ripper blade. And you'll see, once you have the ripper blade and you put that on your weapon, you can find electric and you add that to it, you know. Number 5, payback. Kill a soldier by TKing a grenade or rocket back at them. And this was not my favorite part because I don't really like killing real people. I like killing monsters and stuff. But all you have to do is they throw grenades or rockets. They shoot rockets at you and you explode. You have to just catch it, throw it back, and hit them with it. That's it. Next one is shoot bang, which you have to kill 30 soldiers with headshots. Yeah, not my favorite achievement. 7, weed killer. Kill 5 cysts in a biology building with a single poison gas cloud. And I will put up a little mini guide for this as well. Just so you can see how to do it. You have to pause them. You have to stasis the cysts, take their bomb that they're throwing up, get rid of it so that they don't blow themselves up. And you have to get by 5 of them doing that, and then eventually you get to the machine, you'll turn on the gas. So, 8, close encounter. Kill 10 alien necromorphs. So they're these huge aliens later on. I guess they're not huge, but they're big aliens later on, and you just have to kill 10 of them. You'll see them as long as you kill all the enemies. Number 9, axes high. Kill 50 enemies using fodder axes. This took me so long. This is one of the most frustrating achievements because there are certain enemies now that are holding axes, and in order to... what happens is you have to get the axe from them, so you have to shoot them to get the axe from them. As soon as you shoot them, they drop the axe. And you have to pick up the axe and then throw it at them and kill them with it. A lot of times you don't actually kill them with it because they have these other tentacles that come out. So it's hard to actually kill them. So what I did was, in chapter 6, there's a section after you're going to go after the main part where you have to go get the separate part afterwards. You'll see. There are some axe people. I just kept grinding out the same section over and over and over. And then it's before the fire area. Oh dear, I know all these details, but I don't want to give spoilers. But you have to make sure you kill them. So I think I shot off their arm so that they were already hurting. I grabbed the axe and then I shot them in the legs with it. Yeah, and that killed them. So, but a lot of times it didn't. So you just have to keep grinding that one out. So, but you have to find the ones with the axes, though. All right, there are a lot of enemies that look the same as the ones with the axes, but they aren't. Okay, category 4, collectible achievements. 6 achievements, 165 gamer score. Number 1, aliens. Collect all alien artifacts. So there are a lot of collectibles in this game. Alien artifacts I got without co-op. Number 2, there's always Pang. Find Pang, and this is actually hidden. You could actually find this one only in Chapter 14, and it's in the optional mission Reaper Barracks. And what happens is there is this thing, it's called the Crusher, and it has spikes on it, and it's when you stasis it to get past it, if you stasis it while it's already crushing, you can actually find it right behind the Crusher thing. It's kind of a little hard to get, but yeah, it's there, but it's in that part, and you need to find it. It's very hidden. Then the next 4, number 3, the Professor. Number 4, the Librarian. Number 5, Gun Collector. Number 6, the Armorer. Artifacts, logs, weapon parts, circuits. These are all things you just need to collect. And all of these I had to get after I did co-op. Because there are co-op optional missions, but but these collectibles are in them. So if you want all the collectibles, you need to play the co-op. And I had one friend help me. I had a stranger help me. And then I had another stranger who I actually follow on YouTube, and he has this awesome video you should check out called Isaac and John's Wacky Space Adventure, and so just check that out. I'll actually link it in the. But I have to shout him out because he really helped me with getting these co-op achievements. He knew exactly where to go to get them. So, but I'll go over that afterwards. All right, it's a cool music Dead Space video thing. All right, so but to get all those, yeah, you need to do co-op. All right, number 5, category 5, challenging achievements, 3 achievements, 130 gamer score. So number 1, Epic Tier 4 Engineer. Complete the game in classic mode. And this is where you can't create your own weapons. You can't add things to your weapons. You can't do any of that. You can only use the classic weapons of Dead Space 1 and 2. So if you want to use the plasma cutter the whole time, that sounds good to me. And it was very difficult because it was on hard mode. I believe it's on hard mode. So it wasn't easy, but it also wasn't the most difficult. Like number 2, Survivalist. Oh, and by the way, if you beat Classic mode, I think that's how I got the Devil Horns. Yes, I think I got the Devil Horns after beating Classic mode. So you do not have to beat Hardcore mode to get the Devil Horns. All right? So 2, Survivalist, complete the game in pure survival mode. All you can pick up from enemies, they only drop materials to build things. They don't drop ammo. They don't drop health. Yeah, that was not a fun run. Hardcore, besides the saving part of hardcore, which I'll go over, pure survival was way harder because I had nothing. I had no health. I had no ammo because you have to build it all, and it goes quickly. All right, so good luck with that one. Yeah. Number 3, aren't you thankful? Complete the game on hardcore mode. So this is very frustrating for a few reasons. One, if unlike Dead Space 2, you can save as much as you want, but if you die, your save gets deleted. Like, what? So, and it's not the enemies that are hard. The enemies aren't that hard. Well, I mean, obviously, hardcore mode is difficult, but, I don't remember dying from one enemy except for one boss I was just not paying attention to. It was all of these things that you have to deal with, like climbing this ice wall, and then the rock falls on you, you're dead. That's it. Started back at the beginning. Or you're flying through space and you hit space debris. Like, come on, really? Because, it's the game is not so hard when you know what to do, and if you're good at games like this, of course. But it's like, it's those little things, those quick time things that are just ridiculous. So the way you can go about this, if you don't want to just play it without dying and practicing those sections over and over, is you could also get an Xbox 360. And I don't know how this works on PlayStation. I don't know how this works on Xbox. It doesn't work on Xbox One. But you can get a 360, and you could save wherever you are. So if you do a whole section, it's really hard. You want to save it on the hard drive. You have an extra save there. Then, once you lose, if you lose, it goes back to 0 on the cloud. Because, that's fair. And then you can go into your hard drive, copy the save you had from where you are, let's say 33%, copy it back into the cloud, then you could start the game from there. So, I don't know if it's really considered cheating because you're still playing the game on hardcore, but you're just restarting those sections. But that is how you beat hardcore mode. Unless you want to just go through it all completely without stopping, which is also an option. All right. Category 6, co-op achievements. 6 achievements, 90 gamer score. Number 1, share and share alike. Use the rig to give an item to your co-op partner. And when I was playing co-op, it was very easy. You just go in and press give. All right. Number 2, architect. Share a blueprint with your co-op partner. When you go into the bench, you go to the blueprint. You have an option to share. Another thing. All right. Number 3, from the Jaws. Save your co-op partner from an execution by killing the attacker. And the best way I got this was the little fellas. They're jumping on you, and they all come out. The little fellas. I forgot their name, even though I just talked about them. And as soon as you start doing the A mash animation thing, that is considered an execution. So you just have to shoot the enemy off when they're going through that. So it shouldn't be too hard with those little fellas. Sometimes other enemies, it's harder to kill them in time. All right, number 4, the Explorer. Complete all optional missions. And number 5, Ghosts of the Past. Face all of Carver's demons by completing all co-op only optional missions. I don't know why it was so hard for me to read. So, yeah, just do all the 3 missions. One was in Chapter 4, one was in Chapter 11, and one was in Chapter 14. So those have all the collectibles in those 3, and they have all, you just do those missions and you get those 2 achievements. And so if you're playing as Carver, you're going to have some separate stuff you're going to do that your other partner won't see. All right, and then 6, medic. I got this with my one co-op partner that helped me out a bunch, and I think it was definitely in space. There are, I don't know which level it was. I think it might have been 7. But in space, when you're both like floating out in space, there were lurkers crawling around on the ships, and my partner just got caught by the lurker, and you go up to them and you revive them, and then they get caught and killed, and you revive them, or not killed, but you just keep reviving them over and over and over, and the lurkers were easy to get. I guess it doesn't kill you right away or whatever, but But yeah, that's where we got that. But you could probably do that most places. But sometimes your partner will get killed, and it's very frustrating, which I tried with my other partner. We kept doing it over and over, and it didn't work. All right, so Category 7, DLC Story Achievements. Number 2, 2 achievements, 100 gamer score. You'll get these 2 just for doing the DLC. And then Category 8, DLC Miscellaneous Achievements, 5 achievements or 100 gamer score. Just a tip. So all you got to do is craft a weapon using the MK2 weapon tip. And I think you should have one at this point. You just craft it with it. All right. So once you beat the Unitologist cult leader, you can either choose to kill him or you could choose to let him survive. And that's how you get those 2. So, and you get the achievement once you walk into the elevator after you either let him survive or kill him. So I think you just have to, if you reload the checkpoint at that point, when you get the achievement, then you can go back and do the same thing again and let him live or die. All right. 4, Supercharger. Finish charging the reactor in under 90 seconds. And I thought that this was hard for myself. It's easy with co-op, but what you don't need to do it in co-op. Basically, at the end of this 3rd section of the DLC, you have to shoot a spore, slow down this spinning thing, shoot the spore into the spinning thing, and then these yellow canister things will open up, and you have to shoot them all. And you have to do it within 90 seconds. So I did it with my devil horns, and it was very, very easy to get with the devil horns. It's just the problem is it takes a while to shoot the canisters once they open up. That's why it takes longer. So if you have something that can shoot those and break those immediately, it's easy. Or do it with a co-op partner. They throw the spore in, and you could shoot the canisters, and you do it under 90 seconds. All right? Heaven Can Wait. Stasis your co-op partner when he is down to slow his bleeding out timer. This is the only DLC co-op one. You have to do co-op for this because you're going to have another partner. They're going to start bleeding out, and you just stasis them. That's it. But getting that co-op partner for that is the frustrating part. All right? All right, Category 9, DLC Challenging Achievements. And you just have to beat this mode, Pure Survival. So, if you have everything from your Pure Survival mode previously, or I think any mode, actually, I think everything loads over, but you obviously don't have any dropped ammo or health. So you just have to get through it with that. And it wasn't terribly hard, except for these couple parts where you go into like the weird alien brain moon state or whatever. You'll see. There were 3 of them. One of them was super hard on Pure Survival. But other than that, as long as you have enough health and ammo, you should get through that. So this is the game. And this game was very, very, very different. I hated it at first. I didn't think I was going to keep playing it, but I did, and I love it. And I've played it, I don't know, like 8, 9, 10 times. I don't know how many times I played it. So, awesome game. All 3 Dead Space games are awesome. I'll put up a pacifist run of this at some point. Same thing with 2 and 1. So, all right. I will see you later on the Achievement Planner.